Good morning, guys. It is Sarah with Sarah Lee, and I am making apple chips. If you can see it, I have it in this jar. It's crunchy, it's delicious, and it is healthy. So I use my dehydrator for this. So I went to the store. It's apple season. I assume they had a lot of apple on sale. So basically what I did, I cut it in half. Some people will take out the middle part. Some people will not. It's totally up to you what you do. Some people will even put like lemon juice on it so that it doesn't turn brown. I personally do not care about that. I could not find my other knife, so I'm using this one. So pretty much you would just slice up your apples. I do it pretty thick because I've done several batches and I realize it just doesn't matter for my dehydrator whether it's a little thicker or if I use a more uniform slicer. It is not a big deal for me. So I eat as I work. So if I have any irregular slices, I just eat it. This paper is a paper I bought from a store that was going out of business, and it is for your air fryer, that brown paper. And Lord, I bought so much of it today, so I tried to use it for different purposes. This is just basic cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and I put it on there pretty good. And I just put it in a Ziploc bag to just, make things simpler. So I tried to just separate the apple slices, which is why I think I prefer to do them a little thicker, because I found with my last stash, you see that? Don't do what I do. Seal it better. I found with my last batch, I tried to do it thinner, but they broke up quite a bit. So the ones that I did do that was thicker, they still turned out crispy, and yeah, it was pretty fine. So that's all for that. And then what I do, I will keep this laid here because of course I'm not doing this in the kitchen. I'm doing this on my work desk. So I just took a batch out of the dehydrator, and don't come for me because these are just fresh cinnamon that's on this dehydrator. So I just go ahead and stack it. Any small pieces I'll leave there, but a lot of them should be larger. So it's not a big deal if some of them don't have as much cinnamon as the other. Once they dehydrate, it will all go in the same jar together. I just make sure that they are separated. They can touch each other, but you don't want them to be overlapping. So I just make sure I'm not overlapping any of them. And I just get them on here as much as I can. That looks fine. I will link the dehydrator that's very comparable to this one. I've had this one that I will be using today. I'm not going to show because I've had it for years. So they are no longer available, but I will link in the bio a very, very similar dehydrator that has all of the same features and operates pretty much the same. So I'll link that in the bio. If you want to click on the link and order it, you certainly can. But I absolutely love this. Now, I will when I dehydrate it, I'll put my dehydrator on about 140 degrees and put it on for... It was on for about 6 hours. Now, if you have an oven, you can check out and see how long it may take for an oven, but it can be done in the oven on your lowest setting. So it is possible. If you are living in an area, maybe you don't have electricity. This is very similar to, I'm from West Africa, so people dry a lot of fish and herbs in dryers. So it's pretty much using a metal, kind of like the screening you use on your window screens, the metal screening. They will build racks and things out of that, and then light a very small fire, and then put the items on the rack and just let the heat of that very small fire dehydrate it, which is just pretty much removing the liquid out of the item and preserving it, because sometimes there's such an abundance of a certain kind of fruit or vegetable, and you want to preserve it instead of waste it. I know when I was little, we used to have a lot of mango trees, and it would be such an abundance of mangoes that a lot of it would just go to waste. So this is an awesome way, another way to preserve foods. Times are hard. I pay very little for these apples. I got about 20 pounds, and there's no way I'm going to eat it all. So I will dehydrate it, okay? So I will check back in just a moment once the racks are all full and just show you how I get this all in the dehydrator and set my temperature, and then we just leave it alone. I'll be back, guys. Okay guys, so we all back. So I have the dehydrator full. I threw some bananas on there because I have some in stock and I had a little space, so I decided to try out. I've never dehydrated bananas before, so again I just sliced it up about the same width as the apples and threw it on the dehydrator. I have 5 racks here. With my dehydrator, after about every few hours I do rotate the rack, so my racks just stack up like that, and then I will go ahead and rotate it after a few hours. Just move the one from the bottom to the top and just keep doing that every few hours. But yeah, my dehydrator does will, and then I will put it on my setting. I like the 140-ish degrees, and I'll stick it on there for about roughly 6 hours. Let me see here. So if you can see any of that, That's like the little settings right there, and you can choose how many hours and what temperature. Mine's go all the way up to 156. I've had this for a while, so it may look a little bit used because I do use it quite a bit. So that is it, guys. So I will come in every few hours and give you guys an update. But this is what I pulled out this morning, guys. This was what I made last night, and it's super crunchy, and it's just really, really delicious. You can have it as crunchy as you want by leaving it in there longer, or you can have something that's more of a jerky kind of texture, but I love it crunchy, so this is just the way I like it. Okay, guys, I just wanted to show you guys what I was up to today. Try it if you like, and I'll leave the link to the Dehydrated that's very comparable to this one in the shopping cart below. Love you guys. Bye.